So if it's a cutter rig, that means that there's two sails forward. Now that could be, like I said, for a catch, a yawl, schooner, doesn't matter. What do we call the head sail?
The mainsail.
Jib.
Jib sometimes, and sometimes it's called a genoa. What's the difference? Size is the difference. Now, if it's a genoa, when you pull it back, like you see here, if it doesn't come to the mast, it's a jib. So a jib is a smaller head sail. If it goes beyond the mast, like some do, like that, it now becomes a genoa. Now, the boat we're on today is a genoa, okay? And okay, here we are, our boat for the next 3 days. So what kind of rig is this?
Sloop.
Sloop. So notice the head sail is rolled up, roller furling it's called. This little line here, that's the furling line, okay? And basically, when we pull the sail out, this drum fills up with this line. So that when we want to roll it back up, we pull on that line, and it starts turning this drum, and it furls it back up. All right, let's go over the parts of the boat again. What do we call the front of the boat? Bow. So this stainless steel railing around here is called a bow pulpit. Okay. Likewise, there's one on the stern. It's called the stern pulpit, and they're connected with lifelines. These things right here. Don't assume that these lifelines will protect you or save your life. They're just a guideline, you know, to help keep you on the boat, but they're not very strong. So don't grab onto them. Don't grab onto the stanchions. If you need to grab onto something, you grab on right here, the shrouds. What do we call the part that we walk around on?
Deck.
The deck. Okay. The mast right there's the boom, and now we've got this tubular thing coming down here supporting the boom, kind of right now. Boom thing. Boom things are really meant to add twists to the sail and things like that, you know, for sail trim. But right now, the boom thing kind of holds the boom up. It's one of the things that holds the boom up. Not all boats are going to have a rigid boom thing like this one is. Some of them just have a rope boom thing, which simply holds the boom down. You know, so when you're under sail, if you're sailing downwind, the tendency is for the boom to lift. The boom thing is adjusted to keep it from lifting. But in this case, the rigid boom thing is adjusted, and we don't even have to mess with it. Okay, it just stays in place. Okay, now this sail is protected by a stack pack, which stays. The furling line is right here. Now, when it's time to pull the sail out, this furling line is going to prevent it from coming out because it's locked in right here on a canopy. So you have to give it a jerk like that, make sure it's loose, and then we make sure that this line is not knotted up or anything. It's free to go forward because it's going to. And we pull it out with a jib sheet. So I'll just do a little mini demonstration. I'm going to pull it all the way out. Let's get the sail to come out. You start pulling, and it starts coming out. Okay, here it comes, and the wind might grab it and pull it all the way out. To get it to go back in, you pull on the further. And just give 3 raps. So we're going to talk a little bit about our winches. We have 4 winches, 2 up here and 2 back here. You will be working with these winches. They provide mechanical advantage. So when it's time to use the winch, Notice that the winch only turns in one direction. It turns that way, but not the other way. Okay? So when you wrap the line around the winch and pull, if it doesn't do anything, you have wrapped the line the wrong direction. So if it does that, back it off and try wrapping it the right way, clockwise. You need 3 wraps on the winch, starting from the bottom, working it up. 3 wraps, pull out the slack, and then you're ready for the maneuver that we're going to do. And usually that's a tack, and we'll turn the boat, and then when they release that side, you'll be able to pull on this side till you can't pull anymore. Then you use the magical little piece up here called the self-tailer, and you go over the arm that's sticking down, and then into the jaws like that, and give it a little tug. That locks this line in. You get your winch handle from here and stick it in and start cranking. Get it tighter. The winch handle has a lock on it, so you have to press it to release it or to put it in. The winch itself is a 2-speed winch. So once we have the winch handle in, one direction, this way is fast. And if it gets too hard to do because of the gear, you reverse the direction, and then you've got a lower gear, and it's easier. Okay, so either way, whatever way works for you, use that direction. Okay. And so the battery switches on this boat are located below the bed right here. There's 3 of them. There's a black knob and 2 red knobs. The black knob is ground for both batteries, and